but I parked the Mazda back from the stop sign so I wouldn't get a $125 fine. Thought you could park your car there the wrong direction. Retro Maniacs, what's going on? So, Dave and Glenn went to the Dixie Outlet Mall today, to that big diecast vendor, the guy that has 3 of everything, like any movie car you could think of. The only thing he didn't have was, I think he didn't have a 2-lane blacktop car. I didn't go with them because I was overseeing my daughter Tatum today. So we're gonna see what they got, because apparently Dave got some pretty cool stuff. Glenn got some more Mustangs for his Mustang collection, of course, but Dave got something that was pretty high end, and it's on top of what we're gonna be unboxing coming in the mail. Right now, if Sean watches this, I'm gonna be stopping to mail Sean's car out. I grabbed Sean a car from a guy a while back, a Mustang. Sean's a friend and viewer, and I was sick taking that. I didn't know if I was coming or going, you know what I mean, but thankfully he understood that. I think I mentioned it to him too when we talked about shipping it. I told him that I was not myself and whatever, but he was very patient, so I'm sending him the Mustang, and I'm sending him a little bonus for being so patient. So we're gonna stop in to Shoppers Drug Mart on the way home, get that mailed out, and then we're gonna go to the Cowie Diecast Museum and see what's up. And I'll show you guys some, you know what, I'll show you guys some glamour shots of the car from last night's live while we're on the way there. How's that sound? Check these out. You guys fans of the classic Batmobile? Check out what Dave picked up today. Check this out. So this here, that's an Elite. Awesome details. That's the one that Glenn has in chrome, and that's actually numbered. So there's not going to be a million made of them, you know what I mean? That's a real nice version of the classic Batmobile, but then it gets better. Look at that. That's the Super Elite. It's still sealed and wrapped. He's keeping it sealed. That's the one with the big metallic base that we unboxed of Glenn's. That's cool right there. I like that. That's hard to get. So they made different Elites. If you notice, that says Batman Classic TV Series Batmobile. It's the one that has Batman and Robin already molded into the car. That's awesome. I love this one, guys. Look at this. It's got the figures molded into the car. And it's factory sealed still. And this one's still got the cellophane on it. Wow. Check that out. Eleanor but black. Well, technically it's not Eleanor because it's the Shelby GT-500 Super Snake, but it's exact same rims, details as Eleanor, only it's in black. Killer. Glenn also got this. So if you guys remember, we unboxed the yellow one. I wasn't a fan of the yellow one. The blue one was killer. So we're looking forward to this one here. Okay guys, Dave is dropping, vice versa. Glenn is taking Dave home. And we're going to start cracking into that Shelby Collectibles, that black car that looks just like Eleanor, but it's not Eleanor. We're going to crack into that, have a look. I can't wait to see it under the engine bay. I just happen to have my Shelby Collectibles Eleanor up here. I was just putting some cars back into boxes. Check out what I just was working on here. Oh, she's pretty. That's from back in the day. Ooh. So guys, this unboxing is going to take place on the main floor of the Cowie Diecast Museum today, just because I got a lot of stuff going on, and the Retro Collectibles Crack It Show set is not set up. It's got some stuff on the table, stuff like that, because I'm organizing this weekend. But once I'm done that organization, it will be full-time in the Retro Collectibles Crack It set in the bowels of the Cowie Diecast Museum. But right now we're on the main floor, where we've always been, so you guys are comfortable with this. And we got cool stuff. I'm surrounded with cool stuff here, so. But I'm looking forward to getting into this, guys, because you guys know that I'm not a huge Mustang guy unless it's Eleanor or Bullet. And that looks a lot like Eleanor, but in black. It does have a different hood scoop. I do have my Eleanor up here, so we will do a side-by-side comparison. So I will read you the back of the box. Shelby Collectibles 1967 Shelby GT-500. And this one is the Super Snake. Super Snake. Carroll Shelby created the legendary Cobra in 1962 and changed the face of American automotive design forever. His Shelby Daytona Coupe earned the 1965 FIA World Manufacturers Championship, a feat which no other American manufacturer has ever matched. He has worked with Ford, creating the 289 Cobra, the Cobra Daytona Coupe, 427 SC Cobra, the Racing GT40, the Mustang GT350 and GT500, aka Eleanor. With Dodge creating the Shelby Charger, Lone Star. I didn't realize there was a, oh yeah, there's a Shelby. What am I talking about? The Lone Star GLH, GLHS, and CSX. I would love a GLH, guys. It's a Dodge Omni that's turbo. The Shelby edition, the GLH stands for goes like hell. And you can imagine how fast that would be with no weight. Continuing on the list, CSX and Viper, as well as the Shelby Series 1 from the ground up, utilizing internal resources and premium outsourced suppliers. With his 40 plus years as an automotive innovator, Carroll Shelby's legacy promises to reach well into the future with products such as the Ford Shelby Cobra, Ford GT, Ford Shelby GR1, and the 2007 Ford Shelby GT-500. And it's got a different car on the back just to show what it boasts. Now, like I said, guys, when I first started collecting, I wanted the movie cars, the best ones I can get. And what I did, and this is factory sealed, same with Dave's cars. These came from the Dixie Outlet Mall. I'll show you guys the business card when we're done. He's got 3 of everything. But yeah, this is factory sealed. Give me a sec, guys. So with a mint crispy sealed box like this, guys, we try to go in from one end. Sometimes you have to open the other end up and push the car through, but we hope to get it from one end. And sometimes the flap is stubborn, won't open, but this one's actually opening nice. But this has never been opened, guys. I can tell just by the flaps, the way I just opened it. This is factory sealed. And mint. Again, from the Dixie Outlet Mall, that guy does not sell garbage. And he's got hard to get stuff. That Batmobile with the figurines in it, I think it was my friend Patrick I helped track one down, or I helped them decide to get it, or somebody recently, maybe it was Sean that got it. The classic Batmobile with the figurines. Somebody got it recently and I helped them decide. And I said, that's the rarer car. It's harder to get because they made different ones. They made the classic TV Batmobile. I think they might have made a penguin version with an umbrella sticking up, maybe, but they made several. So clearly we got to get these straps off. And that hood's different than Eleanor, but it's got the black stripe. Very well done, guys. Spotless too, because it's never been out of the box, no fingerprints. It does have a very light layer of dust. So yeah, let's start getting this off the base. Oh, one sec, guys. Got to get little stubby. Okay, guys, we got our trusty little stubby. I hate these bases. I love them because they put the car at a nice angle in the box, but they're 2-piece bases and I hate them. They can be a real pain to put back in. Lucky for us, this one is new, so it hasn't been really tampered with. To be honest, that's the word I would use. Nobody's It's unmolested, so the screws aren't all chewed up and banged up, so we should be able to get it on and off pretty easily. But yeah, two-piece base, I hate that kind. Sorry about this, guys. Different size screws, keep the screws separate. The ones from the main base separate from the secondary base, because you'll get them mixed up and it's a pain in the butt when you put it back together. Believe me. Okay guys, that pain in the butt secondary base is off. Like I said, the screws for this secondary base are way different size than the first one. Keep them separate piles. And also, little stubby wouldn't go in the longer holes. There's 2 holes that little stubby wouldn't go into. So as you've seen, I had to break out the longer screwdriver, a long skinny one. Because little stubby is just that, little and stubby. It's not meant to go down there like that. Come on. A little bit dusty. See, even in the box, they get a tiny bit of dust on them, guys. I will dust it off before glamour shots, of course. But when I first started collecting, I literally went into the Canadian 1 of 18 group when I knew I wanted to collect movie cars. And I said, okay, all you old school collectors, band on the trunk, gotta get off. I need to know what's the best of these cars. And I put a list of cars, generally the A-Team band, Knight Rider, and of course I put Eleanor. And to my surprise, everybody was telling me about this company, Shelby Collectibles, that I never heard about at the time. And they were right. Underneath the engine, oh, there is a mark, a strap mark. It looks like I can rub it off right here. That looks like something I can rub off. A lot of times I can get strap marks off it. Looked like it might have had a light coating of that oil on it at one time. But we'll go around it quickly. I love this, guys. If you know me, I love cars in black. And again, this is not an Eleanor edition, guys, by them. It's not the Shelby GT-500E. It might look different under the hood, but we're going to compare the two of them. They look very similar, though, with the rims and the front of the car so far. This one is clean because it's brand new. That is going to take some nice pictures, guys. I can't wait. So we'll start at the trunk. Go, baby, go. Check that out. I love how they put the stripe on it on the black. That is going to be gorgeous, guys, in pictures. And we're going to put this back in its box until Glenn gets proper acrylic. That's why we're putting cars back in boxes until we get enough acrylics. Because you guys know yourself, the value of the car, like the box is like 25-30% of the value. Oh, and this one does have the Carroll Shelby signature like Eleanor does on the passenger side. See that, guys? Of course, not a real signature. Don't jump on me there. Come on. Oh, before we even get into that, we should check the bottom, see if there's any special numbers. I don't see any special type of numbers, but just to show you guys, they don't skimp on the bottom of the car. Some companies where you can't see, they skimp, right? Usually I would say Maisto is one of them, but I can't knock Maisto because of the price. They're cheap. So I'm never gonna knock them for that. Okay, so why don't we start on the passenger side. Glenn's taking a minute to come home from, oh, we already did that. I showed you guys the signature. We got some heavyweight, like that. We got some heavyweight cars coming up, guys. And don't let that distract you from the fact that we have the 2-lane blacktop car coming this week. Dave's got a real heavyweight coming for us to unbox. I think the week after that. Look at the detail, guys. That's why Shelby Collectibles is the best for the Eleanor. No comparison. And we're going to see a lot better lit up pictures of that interior on the Retro Collectibles Look-See set. Now, I'm looking forward to, is this engine bay going to be exactly like my Eleanor with the blue wiring and all that, or is it going to be different? This thing's gorgeous. Wow. Let's have a look. What's loose? What sounds like it's loose, guys? The wheels stay turned, which is kind of weird. Okay, so let's see under the hood. It is like Eleanor, but I don't complain because that's what sold me on Eleanor. It pops. And what is... Oh, it's the seat. Thank God. Just like my car. But look at under that hood, guys. Same as Eleanor. More or less a black Eleanor. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I gotta... If you guys aren't going to come up and go to the Look-See set to have a look at this, the patented Retro Collectibles Look-See set, I'm leaving without you. Because I can't wait. Eleanor in black. You guys know I love black. You guys know the only RWB Porsche I got, Darth Vader, by Solito. Because it's murdered out. This isn't murdered out, but it's still beautifully done. Let's go have a look, guys. I am very excited to take pictures of that thing, guys. Wait till you see it on that turntable. See it there going around? Wait till you see this thing. Oh, guys. The taillights look blacked out. I love this thing. It's not movie accurate. You guys know I love movie accurate because it's not Eleanor. And I'm not even a Mustang fan usually unless it's Eleanor or Bullet. But look at that thing. Watch the taillights when it comes around. Look at that, guys. Look at that. And I've never seen paint rash on any Shelby Collectibles we've opened here. And I have opened a lot. You guys got to think, Glenn's got a lot of Shelby Collectibles. Some of them are awesome. Some of them are odd. Ones you might not have seen before. He had a hot pink Mustang done by Shelby Collectibles with a blown motor that looked pretty wild. I was going to show you, but I think we put it downstairs to bring up some higher end stuff because I'm looking for it now. I don't see it here. I wanted to show you guys. No pink though. The pink would jump out at us if it was there. Oh, there's one. He's got a bunch of Shelby Collectibles, guys. See that red chrome? Most of you have seen the video already. That's the rarest car I've ever unboxed. And it's the rarest car in the whole house, I think. Shelby Collectibles. And that's not the red edition, that's the red chrome edition. A lot of people say, oh, it's the red one, it's not that rare. No, it's the red chrome. When my friend got that car, there was none online to look up prices or information or anything about it, guys. Not even on eBay. Like the hard to get stuff that you don't see anywhere on Marketplace or anything, and last resort you can jump on eBay and find 5 of them. There was none. That would look good lined up with this guy, but let's have a look at this and then let's see some pictures, how this thing takes pictures, and we'll have a look with Eleanor. He did make them a bit different. Watch the lights when the black one comes around. They just moved the two lights to a different spot. They should have left them where they were at. Same grill and everything. But they were like, oh, we got to change that. We don't have the license for Eleanor for this one. Or something like that. I don't know. But it looks like they moved them into any spot just to move it. Should have left it. But the black car still looks amazing. One last look on the turntable, then we'll get into it. That red chrome chase on the turntable, guys, or that red chrome Eleanor, that one is hypnotizing when it's on the turntable. I could just stare at it forever. Wow. Just Windex that mirror literally about 8 minutes ago, guys. Man, they attract dust. Let's get into this. Have a close look under the lights here. Love the rims. Starting back at the trunk. Here's a look at that Go Juice. Go baby go. Eleanor's got the same thing. Starting out over on the Canadian side, give you guys a look across. This is always a good way to see the interior right across. Don't even focus, you bastard. There you go. There's that Carol Shelby facsimile signature that pops. Just a cool extra. I remember when I got my Eleanor, I was excited about that. I thought it was a cool add on the car. And we come around to the American side, we could really see the detail. Look at the gauges, guys. Look at that steering wheel. Look at that. You could even see the floor, like it looks like that rubberized coating that they put on the floor, whatever it is. But the gauge, you could see it perfectly. It looks like a real gauge. Shelby Collectibles, guys. Look at the pedals. And I like how they used the stripe on it still, even though it's black. Man, that thing attracts dust. We'll be wiping that down before we take pictures of it. My goodness. Oh no, here comes the good part. This car is killer, guys. I love it. I love it. Wow. Yeah, that's what sold me when I bought Eleanor right there, guys. That engine bay. I got a cool little fact I'll tell you about my Eleanor towards the end of the video, as long as I don't forget. See, there's little differences, guys, but if you look really close, you can still tell they're scissors. Scissors. There's my Eleanor. I love the grills on them. That almost identical under the hood. Comparing those two front ends, that's one of the differences. I love that grille, guys, but different light placements, different hood, but very little differences in the cars. And you know, when I do glamour shots, I'm gonna involve that girl as well, and a few of them. To date, guys, all the expensive cars I've done, Shelby Collectibles Eleanor there is still one of my favorite cars to photograph. She takes banging pictures. Just the way she sits. Really nice. Speaking of pictures, does somebody want to tell that guy to shut the hell up so we could see these glamour shots? Come on, let's go! You know what, guys? That thing is so nice and perfect. Everything lines up good. The doors open up beautiful. I don't even know what the point is of taking glamour shots. It's going to get acquitted in court anyway, in the retro collectibles court. So why bother? Just kidding. Let's see some glamour shots, guys. Woo! Wow, Retro Maniacs, I've got to admit, I was not expecting this at all out of this Shelby GT-500 Super Snake by Shelby Collectibles. Definitely sister of Eleanor. Wow. The lights are placed different. Look at that engine. Exact same engine as Eleanor. I love the back end of it, guys. Look at that. Oh man, this thing is gorgeous. You guys know me, unless it's a movie Mustang or a Fox body, I'm not a fan. But if I see one of these for the right price on Marketplace, I gotta get it. Wait till you see this. Oh, there you go, guys. Look at that. Look how good they go together. Hard getting a shot of them like lengthwise, so oof. But they look good together. There it goes. There it is. Wow. Oh, guys, look at that. I love how it still has the stripe. Oh, that's the money shot. Boom, guys. Did you see that? I'm not a huge Mustang fan. You guys know that. I'm a Dodge guy. I see one of those for the right price. Yoink. And I don't think it's one of the limited number ones either. I think that it's just a black Shelby Collectibles Mustang. It's not part of the Eleanor line, but it looks very similar. By the way, before I let you go, those guys did so well today because they bought more than one car. And they got a little bit of a bulk deal for buying more than one car. Glenn brought a couple cars to trade. And the guy at the Dixie Outlet Mall actually gave him really good trade value on his cars, is what Dave was telling me. Traded him some really good cars. He took care of them. I think it's because they know that whenever we walk in there, well, you guys have seen what we walked out of there before with. I mean, come on. But he took care of Glenn today, and he took care of Dave today as well. Dave almost got a Silver Screen Machines General Lee today. We're still trying to get him one. He's next on the list, him and Giuliano, for cheap ones. If I find them on Marketplace, hopefully. But he almost got one today, but if he would have taken that General Lee, he would have got 2 cars instead of the 3 that he got. So I think he did okay. Not to mention, I told him to hold off on it a little bit just because we'll try to find you one on Marketplace on the cheap. Come on. Well, guys, that's it. I am in love with this thing myself personally. Shelby Collectibles, I'm in love with their quality. I love black cars. Basically, to me, looking at that, other than a couple small little differences, I'm looking at Eleanor in black. She's gorgeous. And that's it. What a gorgeous car, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. That thing passes the snuff in my grade. It's not going to prison. Out on bail it goes. Well, not even on bail. Acquitted. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. You know what I'm going to say? Do me a favor and give this guy a hammer for me. That like button keeps me motivated to keep these things coming out for you guys. Plus, you'll see when I do a live. While you're at it, hit the bell notification. As always, guys, the most important part, stay safe and happy hunting.